your fingers. My friend, you are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned in the wilderness of uncertainty. God already chose your doors. Before you ever arrived at the intersection of confusion, before you ever faced the closed gate, before the opportunity ever appeared in front of you, God already chose the door that belongs to you. There are moments when life feels like a hallway filled with locked doors. You try one handle and it doesn't move. You knock on another and no one answers. You pour your energy into one direction and it seems like every step forward is met with resistance. You start to wonder, did I make a mistake? Did I mishear God? Did I go the wrong way? But I tell you this today, not every closed door means rejection. Some doors are closed because they were never yours to open. God already chose the one that will open when the time is right. When you live under divine direction, nothing in your life is wasted. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment is secretly woven into the grand pattern of God's plan. You may think you are lost, but you are exactly where you need to be for God to reveal the next door. The key to peace is not in trying to force doors open. It's in trusting that God already selected the one that will lead you to your destiny. Worry is the language of those who believe they are alone. Faith is the language of those who know that God is working even in silence. When you worry, you are trying to control what only God can orchestrate. You are trying to write a script that has already been written by divine hands. God does not need your anxiety. He needs your trust. God does not respond to panic. He responds to peace. When you rest in His plan, the doors begin to move in your favor. There are people who spend their entire lives knocking on the wrong doors because they are too afraid to wait for the one God chose. They chase approval, positions, relationships, and opportunities that were never assigned to them. And when those doors slam shut, they fall into despair, not realizing that God was protecting them from entering a place that could destroy their peace, their purity, their purpose. Sometimes the door you wanted to open so badly was never meant to lead to your destiny. It was meant to teach you patience. Every closed door has a purpose. Every delay carries divine meaning. When you see nothing moving, it doesn't mean God has stopped working. It means He is positioning everything in the unseen realm for your arrival. God is not random. He is precise. He is intentional. He knows the exact moment your door should open, and no human hand, no demon, no system, no circumstance can shut what God has prepared for you. There are people right now worried about what others are getting. You see someone else's door opening and you begin to question God's timing for your life. But remember this, just because someone else walked through their door doesn't mean yours is forgotten. The same God who opened their door is the same God who will open yours when your time comes. Don't compare seasons. Don't envy someone else's timing. The door God chose for you has your name written on it. It won't open for anyone else. Sometimes God keeps you in the hallway longer. You think you are ready, but God sees what you cannot see. He knows that if the door opens too soon, what's on the other side might crush you instead of crown you. So He hides the key until you are strong enough to handle the blessing. The delay is not denial, it's protection. Stop worrying about what you can't control. Stop questioning whether your prayers are working. Every word you've spoken in faith is stored in the heart of God. Every tear you've cried has watered the soil of your destiny. The door you're waiting for is not lost. It's simply under divine timing. When God decides it's time, no obstacle will stand in the way. You won't have to force it. You won't have to manipulate it. The door will open naturally, powerfully, and peacefully. Do you know what happens when you stop worrying? You create space for faith to breathe. Worry suffocates faith. It fills your mind with noise and your heart with fear. But faith whispers, God already chose. Faith tells you that your path is secure even when you can't see it. Faith reminds you that God's choices are always better than your own. You may not understand His ways, but you can trust His wisdom. There's a reason God tells us to be still. Not because He wants us to do nothing, but because He wants us to recognize that He is everything. When you're still, you allow His hand to move. When you stop forcing, you start flowing. God cannot pour His plan into a restless heart. He needs peace to plant His promises. There were times in your life when you thought the end had come, yet somehow you're still standing. That alone is proof that God's hand is on you. If He carried you through the last season, do you really think He will abandon you before the door opens? God doesn't lead you halfway and stop. He completes what He starts. The same God who guided you through the wilderness will walk you through the doorway into your promised place. Many people lose faith right before their door opens. They give up during the final stretch of testing. They allow the waiting to break their spirit. But I tell you this, your door is often closest when the pressure is the heaviest. When the darkness feels overwhelming, that's usually the moment before the light bursts through. The enemy always fights hardest when he knows the door is about to open. Don't collapse at the threshold. Stand firm. God's hand is already on the handle. You must learn to trust God's silence. When you can't hear Him, it doesn't mean He's absent. It means He's working in secret. God doesn't announce every move. He prepares it quietly. Just like a seed growing underground, your door is being built behind the scenes. You won't see the construction process, but one day you will stand before what God created and say, now I understand. Stop trying to predict which door is yours. Stop obsessing over what you think should happen. God's doors are not chosen by your logic, but by divine foresight. Sometimes the smallest, most overlooked opportunity becomes the doorway to your destiny. God delights in surprising His people. He hides greatness in places others dismiss. That's why you must stay faithful in the small things. The door you seek might appear where you least expect it. When you live under worry, you live under limitation. Worry keeps you trapped in what-if scenarios. Faith keeps you walking forward even when the path is unclear. God didn't design you to live with tension and fear. He designed you to walk in peace. Every morning you wake up, you have a choice to rehearse your worry or to release it. If you release it, You give God permission to take full control. There are people God is preparing right now who have no idea what's about to unfold. You've been praying, fasting, waiting, and wondering when things will shift. You've felt unseen, unrecognized, forgotten. But what you don't realize is that your name is being whispered in places you've never been. Your door is being discussed in rooms you haven't entered yet. God is orchestrating meetings, aligning hearts, and moving systems in your favor. And when the moment comes, everything will happen suddenly. What took years to understand will come together in an instant. Not because of luck, but because it was chosen by God. That is the beauty of divine doors. They don't require you to fight your way in. They open naturally when heaven declares, no. So stop worrying about connections, positions, or recognition. The door God chose for you will not require compromise. It will not require you to pretend to be someone else. It will open because you stayed true to who you are in God. There are doors that open through manipulation, but they also close through exhaustion. But when God opens a door, He sustains it. His doors come with peace, not pressure. His blessings add no sorrow. You may not understand why you had to wait so long, why others passed you, why your plans fell apart, but God is building something better. He's not denying your dream. He's refining your direction. You wanted one door, but He's creating a corridor. You prayed for an opening, but He's designing an entire pathway. God doesn't think small. When He moves, He multiplies. The door God chose for you will not just bless you, it will bless others through you. Your testimony will become a doorway for others to find hope. That's why your journey took longer. It wasn't just about you. God was shaping your heart, building your character, preparing your spirit, so that when the door opens, you won't just enter. You'll lead others through. If you only knew how carefully God orchestrates your steps, you would never waste another minute worrying. Every person you meet, every delay you experience, every disappointment you face, it's all connected. God is weaving your story like a tapestry, one thread at a time. You can only see the back right now, full of knots and confusion. But when He turns it around, you'll see the beautiful picture He's been designing all along. The reason worry feels heavy is because it's a burden you were never meant to carry. You cannot control what only God can create. The moment you hand Him your worry, you begin to walk in freedom. You begin to live with a calm assurance that no matter what happens, God's choice for you is perfect. The door may not look like what you expected, but when it opens, it will feel like home. There are seasons when God will close every door just to test your faith. Not because He wants to hurt you, but because He wants to see if you trust Him beyond logic. When you can praise God, even when every door is locked, you activate a dimension of faith that moves mountains. God honors those who believe without seeing. He rewards those who wait without complaining. Your waiting season is not wasted. It is the training ground for your next level. Every time you choose peace over panic, you grow stronger. Every time you choose faith over fear, you build spiritual muscle. When the door opens, it won't just be an opportunity. It will be a promotion of your soul. You'll walk through with wisdom you didn't have before, with strength forged in the fire of waiting. Do not underestimate the power of divine timing. You can be in the right place at the wrong time and miss what was meant for you. But when God aligns your timing with His will, everything flows effortlessly. That's why you must stop rushing. Stop trying to accelerate what God is still preparing. He knows the exact second when your door should swing open. And when it does, it won't just open, it will stay open. God's doors come with divine favor that no man can revoke. You won't have to chase opportunity. Opportunity will chase you.